There we are. Hang on, where's my screen? There we go. Haha. How you doing? Sorry, I was a bit adrift there. A lot going on in Bootneckville. Who's in? Let's have a quick look. Oh, decent amount here already. How's life? Kirky, Holly, Kate, Brian, Matt McCoy, Sadwings, Ginger Mongoose, Jeff, Teresa, who else? Ragnar's in, Mark, Two-Tone, Carl Burton, Terry Wookfit, Anthony, Alan Lloyd, Jeff Wedden, Bob Weiler. All right, that's everybody done. Easy. Some strange things going on this weekend. Also, amusingly, Russia are going to make further cuts in the gas supply of the EU. We didn't see that coming, did we? We didn't see that fucking 10 miles away. Stevie Wonder could have saw that coming. Which reminds me, does everybody remember when Trump was talking about this? Because again, it's not like Trump's a fucking visionary genius, is he? He was just saying the obvious. But when old Trumpy took the piss out of the Jerry's,
Germany will become totally dependent on Russian energy if it does not immediately change course. Here in the Western Hemisphere, we are committed to maintaining our independence from the encroachment of expansionist foreign powers.
Look at them all. Look at them all. Fucking wankers. You said it there. They're all going, look, most of them are laughing. Most of them are like, scornful. Obviously they were wrong. I listened to Peter Hitchens talking about this on the weekend. Just saying, like, you know, ultimately, the conspiracy theorists have been proved right, haven't they? Because there's no fucking way on this earth that any bureaucrat, politician, any of them, I don't, even the thick ones, even like Dopey Kia, Captain fucking Hindsight, there is no way that they couldn't have seen this coming. And those of you that have got the ears to hear have been listening to pundits, conservative pundits, saying it for years. For years. Like, what you're doing, you're making Western Europe reliant on Russians, and they're not your mates. And it's so obvious. So again, it makes me think it's time to eat humble pie again and say, you know, I was wrong. The conspiracy theorists have been proven right yet again, because everybody was laughing and saying, no, there's no way. It's not like some sort of orchestrated plan. It has to be. When you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how unlikely, must be true. And it's impossible for all of these career bureaucrats and political scientists, SPADs, MPs, lords. It's utterly impossible for them to have not known it, when people like me, random working class oiks, were aware of it. Just some listening to the radio, going on YouTube and listening to pundits, listening to people like Peter Hitchens when he's talking to Mike Graham, or people on Rogan's podcast, just normal people, experts in their fields, who just work for a living, saying, of course it's going to happen. Of course it's going to happen. And they're all chuckling away there. They're obviously laughing because he's gone off script, hasn't he? He's gone off piece and he's not meant to be saying it. They're not laughing because they genuinely have no clue about what he's talking about. They're laughing because it's like, fucking hell, we were told that we weren't going to talk about this shit. It's so obvious. So you have to start saying that the conspiracy theorists are right. Like, it's all been orchestrated. They knew it was going to happen. So then you think, just like Wacky Alex said, maybe it's part of the plan. If they make Europe completely reliant on the Russians, and then you've got this war, you've then got a pretext for saying, oh, you know, we didn't want you not to be able to heat your houses. We didn't want to be rationing you. We didn't want you to be eating fucking crickets. But you have to, because it's Putin's fault. But you knew this was going to happen. So there's the pretext, like Starkey says, not Starkey, David Icke, about problem, reaction, solution. It's like, so there's your the problem was we weren't buying the absolute shite that they were selling, right? They like I said, it's not a conspiracy theory. They said, as I was just about to mention, they said, right, rewind to 2019, they said, we'll have a conference. We're going to call it the Great Reset. That's what the conference is called. Look, here's all the adverts. We're telling everybody. Here we are at Davos, thousands of us. Everybody's flying in. We're going to call it the Great Reset. And here's why it's called the Great Reset. And then they went on telly and they said, we're definitely having a Great Reset. This is what we're going to call it. And we're going to have nobody will own anything and say we'll all be fucking happy. Yeah, we're going to do this. Definitely, we're going to do this. It's going to be sound, right? That's what they did. Just fucking Google it. And we did it. And when the general public heard it, they went, fucking hell, that sounds a bit shit. Right? The general public, this is the only thing that they got confused by. They thought that the general public was going to buy it. They thought Klaus and all of his billionaire mates, they thought if they got all these rich, influential people in there, because they all live in a circle jerk, and the only people they talk to were like Guardian reading, woke, lefty arseholes. You know what I mean? Eating the $60 fucking plates in upmarket restaurants, staffed and served entirely by Eastern European slaves. Right? So they thought it was going to go down really well. And what they didn't realise, it went down like a fucking Prozzy's knickers. It went down like a lead balloon, like a knackered lift. Went down like a knackered lift. And all of a sudden, the general public didn't fucking like it, which they didn't see coming. So because they don't talk to them again, and it's the same with everything, isn't it? They didn't see Trump winning the election. They didn't see Brexit. I mean, this is how fucking stupid they are, ignorant. This is why I hate them so much, because I don't mind being told what to do by someone who's clever and knows the shit, knows the crack. But I hate people who are ignorant, talking down to me. Like some of the people who talk down to people that speak like me, because I've got a northern twang, they haven't got the brains they were born with. They've just got a head full of fucking fresh air, cow shit. People like Laurie Penny, Afua Hirsch, they know nothing. They don't mix with normal people. They don't have any common sense. They're not streetwise. They don't know anything outside of this tiny little aperture they've been rammed through. They know everything there is to know about critical theory or some postmodernist academia fucking bollocks that's about as much use as a nun's twat. But they don't know anything. And then they talk down to people like us. This is what I was saying. When they were amazed about Brexit, this is what, just it's not a difficult concept to grasp. I'm telling you how ignorant they are. You weren't amazed, were you? Do you think someone living in Hartlepool or Sunderland or Middlesbrough or Stockton or fucking Grimsby or Burnley or somewhere that's a fucking shithole, do you think everyone living there was surprised about Brexit? Just walk around the borough. Everybody was going on about it. Everyone I knew was voting for Brexit. Didn't surprise us, did it? Surprised them because they're fucking ignorant. So they don't know what's going on. They thought that the Klaus's book and Klaus's conference and Davos and all this was going to go down brilliant. The public were going to go, that's a fucking class idea. I'll own nothing and I'll be happy. Get in. Fucking get in. And then when 300 million people went, fuck off. That sounds shite. All of a sudden, it was oh, it's a conspiracy theory, that. It's a conspiracy theory. Hang on, why is it on Wikipedia? Why did you call your conference this? Why did you call your book this? Why did you advertise it on Sky News and Channel 4? Conspiracy. Conspiracy doesn't exist, man. Yeah, suck my fucking stump. It's just laughable. So it was no surprise to anybody who was listening, anyone who has the ears to hear, there's no surprise at all. So this suggests that all of this was part of the plan, right? So the only time they fucked up was when they actually told us, thinking we'd like it. And then when we didn't like it, this is what the new plan was. The new plan was you engineer a situation whereby you can blame all the green agenda on fucking Ruskies. Good old falling black on that one. Blame it on the Ruskies. Which again, anybody who's got a hole in their arse can see 50 miles away. It's laughable. The Putin price hike. The fucking prices were going up 6 months before Putin went into fucking Ukraine. Again, do they think you've got the memory of a drunk goldfish? They were going up months before they went in. They've been printing money for 20 fucking years. But now to do with him, has it? So it was obvious. And now it's going to be, oh yeah, well, you can't heat your home, tough titty. It's all Putin's fault. Hence that top story today. Russia to make further cuts in glass supply to the EU. Of course they are. Of course they are. And pretty much you're going to be fucking eating your crickets. And they're going to go, well, we didn't want to do this, but it's a shame. It's a shame. We couldn't have. It's events outside of our control. Does another line off a child prostitute's fanny. And then, has a steak, because that's what they do. And they'll be flying around the world and having the big conferences in Davos. And Prince Harry will be fucking folding his fucking slut wife up on his fucking yacht and eating fucking foie gras, right? And you'll be eating crickets and you're not traveling, and you're not allowed to fucking drive anywhere, and you're not allowed to fly anywhere. It's so obvious. So, bollocks. Who cares, eh? I'm not really that interested in that story because we all know what's happening. What else is there? Could US abortion ban stop miscarriage care? Well, that'll be another one for Bootneck's law, won't it? No. BBC asked me a question. Nah. Could they receive a longer sentence than rape? Could they? Yeah, of course they could. Winged pigs could fly out my arsehole, but it's not very likely, is it? Fuck off. How come they always put adverts on? You know what pisses me off about the BBC? When you're abroad, they put adverts all over it. Well, I used to pay my TV licence, motherfucker. How much money's the BBC got? Do they need adverts for everything? Everything, when you're a TV licence payer, don't you think this one? If you're British and you pay for your TV licence, then you stop paying it. Well, but I paid for it for years, so why do I have to buy these DVDs? Why am I allowed to watch the iPlayer? Like, I'm sick of them spamming me with fucking adverts since I moved, the cunts. The debate over abortion rights in the US has been accompanied by widespread misinformation. It's all the same words, isn't it? Like I said, they love it. Mis and disinformation. You mean lies? You lie all the time. You don't have to, tart it up so it looks a bit nicer. It's more palatable. Misinformation. You mean fucking lies? Just tell us who's lying. Tell me who's lying. You good, honest souls at the BBC. We've looked at some of the most controversial issues and the facts behind them. Or have you? Are these facts or are these BBC facts, which are about as truthful as fucking Keir Starmer when he's in a good fucking mood? The American Center for Law and Justice, a Christian legal advice center with 3.7 million Facebook followers, has written a widely shared post claiming that abortion is not safe, calling on the US Supreme Court to reject arguments that it is. False, according to the BBC. This is a common claim, but it's not supported by evidence. Between 2013 and 2018, there were 0.4 deaths per 100,000 legal abortions in the US. Well, to be honest, much as I'm loath to agree with the BBC, that sounds about right, doesn't it? If you're not doing them with a coat hanger in a back alley, I don't think they're particularly dangerous. Except for the fetus. They're extremely dangerous for that little fucker. This compares with 23.8 deaths per 100,000 live births. What else have we got? Controversy over abortive pills. During the first 10 to 12 weeks, a non-surgical abortion can be carried out by taking 2 drugs. This has been widely the most common abortion method and is considered by expert bodies to be safe. I say it's dangerous. Yeah, it's probably bollocks as well. Again, though, it seems to be a bit of a non-story, this, like they always do. You know, like what I was saying about how whenever they interview someone in Middlesbrough, they seem to comb the streets looking for the most toothless, one-eyed fucking mutant you can possibly imagine. Whenever they get someone from Middlesbrough on the telly, I'm telling you, they do it on purpose. It's never somebody like me that can actually string a coherent sentence together. It's always some fucking gibbering, chinless simpleton. And they wheeled them out in front of the camera and like have a chuckle, don't they? Let's make those northern chimps look complete shit for brains on national television again, shall we? So I think that's more of this. Like, all right, there's a group that's got Facebook followers. Like, oh look, 3.7 million Facebook followers. Well, we can all do that. I could prowl social media for all sorts of fucking. We could do it so easily with the lefties, couldn't we? You just have to find one of these groups where everybody who subscribes to it is like a purple-haired, morbidly obese social justice warrior with a fucking head full of metal shit. And you could find all their wacky beliefs and put them all over the place. It doesn't mean it's a big thing. It doesn't mean it's a big thing at all. Oh, we've got Facebook followers. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Find me like a Republican senator who's talking about it. Instead of just people who've got Facebook followers. 2.7 million, it'll be Chinese fucking robots, won't they? So I don't really give a shite about that one either. What else have we got? The company's giving up on hybrid. All right. Doubling down on remote work. I thought they might be on about hybrid cars for a minute there. Some CEOs are permanently shutting office space to give up on hybrid setups and fully embrace working from home. This is all part of the plan as well, isn't it? So we've been saying all of these woke lefty activists have been, this is all part of the plan because they don't want you leaving the house. They want you staying in because you use less energy. They don't want you traveling, commuting. They just want you to stay in your fucking house. And as we've talked about, going to work's good for your health. It's just something else conservatives know. Going to work's good for your health. Good for your brain. It's good for your mind. It's good to get you out of the house. It's good to have social setting. It's good to get you talking to people, interacting with people. We're a pack animal. It does us good going to work. You might not think it's good going to work, but trust me, it does you good. They've always wanted this. This is all part of Klaus's plan, isn't it? Lock you in the fucking house constantly. Will others follow? Well, you obviously hope they will, don't you? Yelp. Obviously, it's another bastard Silicon Valley twat, isn't it? Yelp. They're arseholes as well. I remember I had quite a decent amount of followers on Yelp. I wrote a few comical reviews for places, but they're full-blown fucking lefty activists as well, aren't they, Yelp? They don't let you. They love to orchestrate little sort of review bombs on anybody who comes out. You know, like when that woman in Delaware or somewhere said that she was going to give free meals to like Republican voters if they came in. Yelp love crushing people like that. They're all fucking in on it. Stockman, who described hybrid work as the worst of both worlds, said physical offices in major cities would close. It's only keeping its San Francisco headquarters and Phoenix outposts, transitioning to hoteling, a model where desks can be rented for the day. Over time, we came to realise that the future of work at Yelp is remote, he wrote in a blog post. So he was obviously fucking paid opposition, pretending he was against it so they could write a dog shit story about it when he decided, you know what, you've all turned me round. Good old Klaus, he knows what's best for me. Other companies are doubling down on remote work. Airbnb, 3M, Spotify, Lyft have all enshrined permanent home working setups. Of course they have. Yeah, because this is what they want to do. Make you all fat and depressed. Nice one. Don't go work. Don't go and socialise. Don't go and mingle. Don't get into a routine. Just fucking stay in your house, eat your cricket burgers, and shut the fuck up, yeah? just stay there. And yeah, you don't have a castle like fucking Ellen. So, you haven't got tennis courts and a swimming pool. You're just there and you fucking bed sit. Fucking miserable. Staying in there 7 days a week. Absolute dog shit. What's this? 400 mind over a day. Yeah, I mean, I remember reading about that as well. That is funny, isn't it? France. The thing with France, right? This is another one where people like me have been talking about for ages. France have never been an ally of the English. Like we talk about, you just have to look at history. France have been a pain up our British arseholes for fucking 10 centuries. When have the frogs been our mates? When we went to war with the bastard Argies, the frogs were arming them the whole time. They were selling them the missiles that they were using to twat the Royal Navy. And now we pretend that we're mates with them. The French have always been hostile. The idea that we should build a tunnel to France is unbelievable. I cannot believe anybody thought that was a good idea. What do you know we should do? We should fucking build a tunnel that links us to the one country that we've always fucking hated and has spent the last 10 centuries trying to fuck us. It's lunacy. It's like moving in next door to Fred West. Should we go for that nice little cottage in Yorkshire? No, I want to live next door to Fred West, you cunt. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. Everybody must have knew straight away. So I cannot believe that, the frogs. In fact, shall I have a look for that? There was a lot of stories about it this weekend, about the French. Fucking bloody French. Have a look. French border. Something will come up there, won't it? Belgian farmer accidentally moves French border. That sounds funny. Anyway, yeah, here it is. So let's have a rant about the frogs. I love doing that. Dover traffic. Eurotunnel rejects French explanation. Of course they do. They do nothing but lie. For the queues leading up to Dover. The Port of Dover has declared a critical incident due to 6-hour queues leading to the ferry terminal. Doug Bannister said the port had been badly let down by French border controls. French authorities said it was an unforeseeable technical incident. Yeah. And if you believe that one, I've got a bridge I want to sell you. The French authorities do nothing but lie. The French authorities lie even more than ours, and ours are the biggest bunch of lying bastards you'll almost ever meet. Eurotunnel categorically rejected it, saying it was definitely not the reason for the difficulties. And it started minor technical incident, you lying froggy bastards. Traffic is slowly beginning to move. French border officers didn't turn up for work. The French didn't turn up for work? Fuck off, I'm not having that. The French always turn up for work. Yeah, they are. The French always turn up for work and they're always faithful to their wives and they never go to the brothels. They don't eat garlic and cheese and stripy sweaters and fucking stupid berets, and they never walk around with strings of garlic around the fucking neck, slapping birds' asses and saying "Zut alors, sacre bleu, you English cunt." No, they never do any of that. The only Frenchman I ever liked was Antoine Decat of Eurotrash, and that's just because he used to show me a lot of tits when I was 14. It's fucking class, isn't it? Never. The French didn't turn up for work. Fuck off. I'm not having that. Fucking hell, you English cunt. Yeah, so fuck the French. How good's that? They didn't turn up for work. No fucking shit. France will be the one country that benefits from automation because the robots at least won't go on strike to visit a fucking brothel. You know what I mean? That's why the French don't turn up for work. They're too busy smoking gitans and slapping waitresses' asses. However, in a statement this afternoon, the prefect for the Haute de France region, Georges-François Leclerc, said it was not correct to say the French had failed to mobilise. The increase in traffic was fully anticipated. We just did not give a fuck. We just could not give it 2 fucks. The plan was to have all the police booths manned by 8:30, but an unforeseeable technical incident meant the police had to push back their full deployment by an hour. Why? What technical incident is there? Police being at work. What's the technical incident? You can't lace your fucking boots. What technical incident is the police have to be at work, manning the booths at 8:30? Do you believe that all those booths were full of coppers and they were like, yeah, the computers are fucked? No, they just didn't go to work. They just didn't go to work. They were pissed. Too much wine. The prostitutes won't shag themselves. You can't expect the French coppers. Fucking always. This has got to be spam. I'm going to take this because I know for a fact it's a robot. Let's see if I'm proved right. Hello? Yeah, look.
You have an important.
Oh, hello. It's always a Chinese robot. Since I moved to California, every time my phone rings, it's a fucking Chinese robot. Humans don't phone me anymore in LA. It's this globalization is shite, in it. Every time I fucking answer it now, it's like, oh, hello there. That's fucking weird. Anyway, yeah. So I knew that. I knew that was going to be. Knew it was going to be a Chinese android. So there you go. The frogs. It'll take some time to clear the backlog. No fucking shit. UK government authorities said they're working closely with the French authorities. Well, don't get too close, especially if you're a policewoman, because they'll slap your cheeks as soon as look at them. Trevor Bartlett said the local community is the biggest loser. Right. So what do we have for a solution to this? Everything's gone pear-shaped. Of course it has. Right. So let me tell you a Bootneck solution. Don't go to fucking France. There you are. Easy. That was easy, wasn't it? Don't go to France. Don't buy French. Don't visit the French. Fuck the French. There's nothing good about France anyway. Is there? There's nothing good. What do you want to go to France for? Have you been to France lately? I keep telling you lot this. It used to be all right in the 80s. But now it's fucked. France is an absolute shithole. Honestly, Paris, it just smells of fucking burnt tyres and singed pubes. It's the worst fucking place I've ever been. And I've been to Middlesbrough. There's nowhere worse than France. So the idea here is boycott France. Don't buy French shit. Don't eat French shit. And definitely don't visit France. Go around the fucker. Fuck the Eurotunnel. If I was the Prime Minister, there's first option on the manifesto. Brick that bastard up. Blow it up. Or brick it up. But it needs shut off. I can't believe we ever built a tunnel to keep us connected to France. Seriously. Like, we turned two nice countries in the 70s, nice and separate. Soon as we stuck together like Siamese fucking twins. That's what it'd be like if you got two beautiful bouncing baby boys, then you fucking glue them together. What do you get? You get a fucking bastard freak hybrid. Well, that's what we did with Britain and France when they made us closer together. Join the EU, join us at the hip with the tunnel. Two bouncing baby boys. Now we've got a fucking mutant child that nobody wants to give a fucking cuddle. Siamese kids that don't go down too well. They feed them with a fucking catapult. They pull the bastard pram when you've got a mutant hybrid. So that was just a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Fuck the tunnel. The best use of the tunnel would be to lure them in. It's a good idea. A pragmatic approach from Al there. I like it. But no, fuck the French. No interest in it. Yeah, I agree. Galloping Francophobia. That's definitely in my fucking quiver. Because, like I said, I can read history books. We had 100-year war. Well, it's even more than 100, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 108? But we just shaved 8 years off, so it's a nice pithy nickname. We had 100 fucking year war with them. And now you think we're the best mates. They were arming the RGs when Simon Weston ended up with a face like a fucking scampi flavour fry because the bastard French were giving the missiles to the RGs. Do you know what I mean? That's not really the RG's fault because they had a junta take over and we were just doing as they're told. It's the frog's fault. Simon Weston. That's the frog's fault, yeah? So everything goes back to France. Like I said, Pol Pot, the Sorbonne. Even Marx, not a Frenchman, but yeah, educated there. It's always France. David Starkey, every bad idea is fucking French. So, fuck the French. Fuck them. Don't visit, don't eat, don't drink. You can always get it from somewhere else. You can get wine from California, Australia. You can get cheese from England. You don't need any of that dirty, froggy cheese. Buy it from England. I think we even make our own garlic now, don't we, in the southwest because the weather's got better. Make it English wine. So yeah, fuck them. Don't have anything to do with the frogs. I'm a trendsetter. I've been boycotting everything French for at least fucking 15 years. So yeah, I was early at that one. But yeah, everything's gone pear-shaped. So don't go to France. Don't visit France. Don't eat or drink French. Fuck them. They do it on purpose. They're our enemy. Hopefully things will continue to get worse. And then when everybody's pissed off and starving, and it kicks off again, like it will be inevitable. Hopefully we can revive the glory days and have another war with the fucking French twats. I'd love that. I'd love that. Sign me up. I'd be straight back in the uniform if we could go to war with the frogs again. That'd be fucking just like old times. Remember like on Die Hard when he's in his helicopter above Nakatomi Plaza? Just like old times. He's like, I was in junior high, you prick. No, that's what I'd be like if we have a war with the frogs. Fucking loving it. Just like old times. Give those bastard froggies a fucking good seeing to again. Nice one. It's shit all this entat cordial fucking bollocks. We've never been friends with the French. Let's have another bash with them. And when we in 2028, when we actually finally get a right-wing party in the charge of the UK, then we can just start rounding up the 3, 4, 5, probably be about 8 million illegals there. And then we can just start stuffing them onto 1,000 small boats. We can do it like Dunkirk in fucking reverse. We can get all the tiny boats from all those northern towns, fill them up with all the illegal immigrants that the frogs have sent our way, and then just ditch the fucking lot of them in Dunkirk. There you go, you cunts. Dunkirk in reverse. 1,000 small boats, every one of them packed to the rafters with illegals, criminal rapists, pedos, all the nonsense, everybody who's over there when they're not supposed to be, and we'll ditch the fucking lot in France. Sacre bleu, you cunts. Have it. And I'll tell you what, we'll play fair. I won't arm the cunts like you did with the RGs. If we were playing dirty like the French would, we'd arm them all. We'd ditch 4 million illegal immigrants on the beaches in fucking Normandy, but we'd give them all sharp sticks first. So, I mean, fuck up. They are our natural enemy. Exactly, our natural. The English and the French were never supposed to pretend they were friends. So let's just finally get rid of this pretense. And also, who eats fucking frogs, you dirty bastards? There's perfectly good chickens out there. Just the champing at the bit to get scrammed. Chickens are thick as fuck. Right? I've argued this about this with vegans. I can see at least a good case people make for not eating like pigs because they're actually quite intelligent. Sort of feel a bit sorry for a pig. And when you see a baby pig, they're quite cute as well, aren't they? But chickens are thick as fuck. I mean, you're doing them a favour. You might as well eat them. If you're that thick, might as well eat them. They're not going to be useful for anything else. It's another stupid thing the vegans talk about with cows and pigs and chickens and all these animals. If we didn't eat them, they'd basically be going extinct anyway, wouldn't they? I mean, cows are thick as fuck and they're useless. If we weren't using them for meat and dairy, what we're going to do with cows, you wouldn't just like leave the house and there'd be cows wandering around all the streets, would you? They've got no use to anyone. They can't fight off predators. They're thick as fuck. So if everybody was vegan, these creatures would basically be almost extinct anyway. Are you better off having like millions and millions of cows and they at least have an all right life for a few years and then we eat them? Or just the cows going basically extinct? Same with racehorsing, like I've talked about. If you ban horse racing, you're basically turning all the horses into kebabs, aren't you? Because nobody's going to spend money feeding and watering horses if you banned horse racing because they make money out of it. So if you ban horse racing, oh, it's cruel, ban it. Like the left always do. Ban it. Then you're just killing them all. If you ban horse racing, you're basically going to kill 99% of all the world's horses because suddenly they're going to go from being worth a lot of money to being worth less than fuck all. So again, ban all the things is always their solution. And it's always stupid. Anyway, don't want to rant about animals. I'm just saying, fuck it. Eat chickens, you dirty French twats. Frogs and snails, are you having a fucking laugh? I mean, joking aside, even though a lot of them seem to be paedophiles, sexual deviants, and, just detestable people, even what they eat's fucking dirty. So there's nothing good about the frogs. and I suggest we ban them. Yeah, let's ban France. All right, ban all the things and France. All right, fuck it. There you go. I've done 40 minutes. You can have that for now, you twats. I will see you all tomorrow. I've got a day off tomorrow, finally, so I'll definitely be about tomorrow. I'll make a video, Scouts on it, and I'll do a live stream on Wednesday. All right, bollocks. All right, remember, drink English booze, eat English cheese, fuck the French. All right, nice one. Cancel France. Yes, the one cancellation I support. Cheers, everyone. See you very soon. Take it easy.